What up, party people?
Oh yeah.
It's your boy Mutt-Man and Macho Dan, and we just got finished talking to Nasser.
Yeah.
Cool guy, and we always have a good time talking to him. And he helped us get one very important
Right.
sale today, which was very nice. We were very excited about that for HIRO Blood of Patriots. Um, we'll just kind of shoot the breeze for a little bit while people are coming in. Macho, what's going on with you today?
Oh, not much. I had a pretty busy day, but nothing crazy. I worked on some hero stuff. Our hero fan art contest that we're getting ready to drop.
Yeah.
Worked on that, and I'm sorry, I'm yawning now. Went outside. We did a lot of work outside of the house. I was off, and so I had to do some work outside and had bike practice. And now I'm home. Took a shower, feel good. Stream with Nasser,
Yeah.
and I'm ready to see what you're working on, man.
Well, I'm going to pull up the patch. I'm going to try to do some design work right here while we're talking on that patch. But before I do that, or while I'm pulling that up, I was hoping that maybe you could kind of talk about like what we were. I'd like to hear what you think about what we were talking about on Nasser's stream about comics being the end goal, right? Like comics being the highest art form. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I totally agree with you, and I think it's because I think comics are kind of the one of the highest art forms because they they combine get two of the most important things, which is reading, right? Like people love like literature is an incredibly important thing in society and in culture,
All right.
and then a visual medium is another thing. So films or whatever. But
Mhm.
this is a visual and a it's reading and seeing, and it's kind of smashed into one. And I think it is really important, and I think it is probably the best way to create stories and get across ideas and do it in a manner that is is kind of unique, I guess. And I don't know, something special about comics.
Yeah, I mean, I think that some people just have this real like connection to it. Like there's sort of
Hmm.
emotional connection to comics that you can't really explain. Hey, what up, Rabbit T Cat? Thanks for joining us. We're just talking about
Oh yeah.
the big question: why comics? And I started talking about this with Nasser, and I think there's a lot more that you can get into, and that basically is that comics are. um, Comics are the greatest medium, right? There's no greater medium for expressing an idea. Words and
Yeah.
pictures have been around since, well, really pictures, telling stories with pictures have been around since the caves. But then words and pictures sequential art is the greatest form of storytelling, in my opinion. And you can do
Yeah.
basically anything you can imagine. So you're only limited by the imagination. And to me, that challenge has kind of like produced some of the greatest stories of our time. And I believe that that's why some of the movies that we're seeing are hitting such big numbers, because that still resonates with people, even though they don't really think comic books. It still resonate that those type of stories still resonate with them.
Yeah.
Like for
Yeah.
me, like if HIRO were to get, let's say HIRO were to get made into a movie, right? I would probably be kind of a nervous wreck because, like I wouldn't want it to get messed up, so to speak.
Right. Right.
And there's so much creative control that happens when you're creating a comic book. And you can create something, make it exactly what you want, make sure it's exactly what you want, and then uh, you can deliver the story, the character, everything to the audience exactly like you want. Like Frank Miller, let's just take The Dark Knight. you know, you could take Frank Miller's story of the Dark Knight and make it into a movie. And Frank Miller is a good example because they've really tried to make Frank Miller style movies with Sin City, you know, where they make it look as much as they can like a Frank Miller comic book. And it loses some of the magic when it's real people. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Somebody I forget who it was today, but somebody brought up. I wish I could remember the name of the guy, but he tweeted out about how the comic book art has become more like movie art, like it looks too realistic. And he was using the Solo comic, the Han Solo comic.
Yeah.
And basically it was a very realistic, looked like a movie poster of this Han Solo character. And you know, it's like, yeah, if I wanted to see a movie, I'd go watch a movie, but I want to see a comic book. So I don't want it to look like a real person. I want it to look like a cartoon version of a person, right? A dynamic version of a person. And I thought that was a really good point, and it kind of feeds into my whole theory about the fact that people, not only do they really want comics, but they kind of need comics in their life. It's kind of a base storytelling thing that's been around. Right. And people don't really realize how much they enjoy it until they start really digging into it.
Right. Sorry. I am listening to you. I'm doing something. No, I think that I think you're absolutely right. And there is something like I was thinking about this earlier with all these Indiegogo campaigns, because I can't afford to back every single one at the tier I want, you know?
Yeah.
And so sometimes I back digitally because I honestly just don't have that much disposable income for something like that.
Sure.
And I get it. And I always kind of, you're flipping through all kinds of good stuff. I always kind of feel not sad, but like I wish that I was able to get the physical, because there's something really special about flipping through a comic. Yeah. About the physical part of flipping through the book. And I think that's a very big part of what people love about the medium too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, like there's a tactile, you know, expression of comics as well. So like, you know, you get everything. You get the smell of the ink, you get the feel of the paper.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, you get all of that.
It is like you're going to use all your five senses, or maybe some people six senses, to appreciate the book. And Rabbit Tie Cat says, to me, they're the modern legends. Superhero books are pantheon replacements that they illustrate the multitudinous nature of the human condition. And that is great. It's Peter from Alterna pointed that out. That's absolutely true. Right. And it's kind of like the modern, the modern version of like Greek mythology. You know, like
that's right.
It's similar, and there's that conclusion's been drawn a million times before I just said it, but it is so true that it's you know, we still need legends, and we need heroes, and we need that kind of stuff. I think it's important to culture, and it's important to people to have that kind of art in their lives, and those kind of stories. And it tells a lot of great. It's almost even biblical in some ways, because it tells a lot of parables, because ultimately it's usually good versus evil. Usually, I mean, not every comic is, but there's a lot of that is, you know, they're almost ways to live. You know, you always want to be the hero, and you always want to rise above it, and, you know, be better.
Yeah. Well, you know, like for me, okay, as a kid, there's a lot of things that comics did for me that were kind of beyond just entertainment.
Yeah.
You know, like I really wanted to be the good guy. You know, there's a certain what's the word? There's a truthfulness to being the good guy. You know, like when I would used to watch G.I. Joe as a kid, right? G.I. Joe was the real American hero, and they fought Cobra, which was evil, right? And and it was the way that the stories were told, it's an honorable thing to be good. I know it's a very simple thing, a very simple way to say it. But to be a good guy is to sacrifice yourself, right? To try for the greater good, to do things that normal people aren't capable or willing to do. And I just think that, like, today, with all of the kinds of stories that we have, there's just too much. There's too many anti-heroes, and there's not enough just like real strong heroic characters that are out there. And
Yeah, I
that's
agree.
one of the things that really drew me to this story about HIRO, is that, when in our world that we're creating, HIRO is not only someone who would sacrifice once, but he would sacrifice twice. He would give his life twice.
Right.
So it's we're really trying to tell a story about the best of us.
Mm-hmm.
Something that's just as inspirational as it can be, and also humongous guns and blades and
Yeah,
people getting punched in the face and all that good
that's
stuff.
right. That's right.
Let's see here. Where's my?
I like you just flipping through all those, and the random one of me with a tiara.
Yeah. Let me get rid of that before I.
Rabbit Cat says many of the characters were designed so kids with different temperaments could identify with them. Yeah, and I've heard some of that stuff before. Like there were, heroes were designed with different, I guess, like flaws or defects in their character and things like that, so that people could get that thing out of there. So people could identify with the character and be drawn into the story more, because they're like that, like this person is like me and look what they're able to do. Like they saved these people, or
Yeah.
they stopped the destruction of the city, or they did this or they
Right.
did that, and it's really neat. I think that was the genius of Stan Lee. In for DC, they have a lot of great characters too, but they weren't quite as. I don't think they went quite as. They didn't get the little things about a person's makeup that Stan Lee was able to capture.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it was so important and so cool about a lot of Marvel books is that aspect. People could really, like, Spider-Man is probably the number one example. People could definitely look at Spider-Man and they feel drawn to him because he was a kid and he's juggling going to school and like saving New York City, or whatever he's doing. So I think that's pretty cool. Look at that.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this patch put together because I want to get. I feel like people that are looking at some of these perks are not really getting to see what they're going to.
They want to see it.
So I'm putting this patch together. Now we had talked about, I think, a one color patch, but even if we did multicolored, patches, I think we'd still have to figure out, like, I think it would probably be more like a 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 color. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that.
I'm trying to think of the place I went. I can't remember that place that I had looked at the getting these patches printed or embroidered.
Mm.
I want to find it.
Yeah, like I need to know how to do the thread, because what they'll do is they'll try to take the thread and they'll try to recreate 4-color artwork with thread color, and so it just becomes a lot easier to digitize if you can have, like, this is going to be my black thread right here.
Right.
right? And I'm going to have to reduce a lot of the details on this to get it right. Because if you have too many details, it'll just look like a mess.
Right.
So I'm trying to get it to where they can easily digitize this into some, cool art.
Man, I can't think of the name of the dang place I went. Did I make I have to have saved the. I have to have saved it somewhere. Let me look through here, see what I got. Maybe not.
Well, why don't you talk? Well, what I'll do, I'll talk about that art challenge while you're doing that then, okay?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do that.
So Macho's put together this pretty cool art challenge where basically if you draw some fan art of HIRO, you'll be entered into a contest to win a free comic. We've already got several people who are sort of in that contest. They've already given us fan art, which is amazing. But fan art is one of those things. It's kind of like the fuel that keeps a new IP property rolling right along. And so we're just going to basically offer some incentive for that as best we can. Because we're raising money for a campaign, we can't really necessarily pay these amazing artists to go out and create artwork for us. But since people are so willing and eager to do it, we thought we could give them a book at least to make it, something they could win, and a lot of notoriety, as much notoriety as we can provide. So we're trying to make it fun and basically get some of these guys artwork out there, show them off a little bit, advertise their ability to other creators who are putting together books, and hopefully get them noticed and get them a little bit more work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it's cool because so a lot of them it's just digital art or whatever. And I thought that like if anybody has, I mean, it will probably mostly get just art that's been digital or even original art that was scanned in or whatever, and that's totally fine. But I kind of opened it up, and if anyone wants to do anything, if you're good at like 3D modeling, if you're good at carving, if you're good at whatever, I just want to see it. I just want to see cool art. Like send me pictures and just tag us on Twitter or Instagram would be the two that I would suggest, and just use the hashtag MyHIRO, so MYHIRO, MyHIRO,
right.
And we'll find them that way, and I think it's going to be cool. I think it's going to be really neat because people are, people have all kinds of skills in art, and I think that's it shouldn't just have to be drawing. I think we should open it up to everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
And maybe we'll get something crazy like carving or something. And I like that, and I want to open it up to. I've looked, and there's a couple ways we can do some polls, like SurveyMonkey or something.
Yeah.
And I want to do a poll for people to vote on because, like, I think we could choose and that'd be fine. But I think it's more important for like, the other fans to choose too.
Yeah.
And I still haven't found this. I keep getting the same places that come up. It's not Patches for Less, is it? No, it's not that. There's so many patch places. Custompatches.net. No. Sticker You? No, that's not it. It had a weird name. It was like, it almost had nothing to do with like custom apparel or whatever. It was like, I can't believe I don't remember what it is. I wonder if I have one of my history. I could look at it. Let's see, show full history. I have to find the date.
Well, there's a lot of cool patch places.
Yeah, I know, but that place seemed to have some really great, great.
Yeah, while you're looking for that, I wanted to show this real quick.
Yep.
I think I've already shown it, but this right here. So this is
Yeah.
the new character turn, the new 360 character turn. So you can see what HIRO looks like front, side, and back. And I'll use this for reference as I'm finishing out some pages and everything. But it's really for anyone who wants to do the art challenge. They can have a reference, a character reference sheet. And also, we are going to send this to the blockhead folks, and they're going to make a blockhead of HIRO.
Yeah. I actually got a DM from him saying that that he got the file. He's going to take a look at it.
Oh, sweet.
So he did let me know that he got it, which is exciting.
Yeah, I love those, man. I just think those are so cool looking.
Like the first time I saw it, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I want HIRO to be a blockhead."
Yeah.
And when he contacted me, it's like, "I'll do it for you, man. I'll make it." I was so excited about it, and like it's just a little paper figure, but I think it's going to be so cool. Number one, I cannot wait to personally have one.
Yeah.
And number two, like how cool is it going to be if you pull we can stick those in the book. You pull out a nice big thing of cardstock and you can make your own little HIRO action figure.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
It really is.
It's so cool. I love it. All right, I did find so I was able to just open my history and go back and found where I was texting you about it. Like I just searched patches and it actually came up, which is great. Thank you, Apple, for doing that. Or that's probably Google, actually.
Yeah.
So just for an example, custom patches, 100 to 150 at 3-inch size is $1.32 a piece.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic. That's great.
That's pretty good.
So I think we're good on that. Now it doesn't say how many colors it is.
Uh-huh.
Let me see what the request form says. 3 inches, estimated quantity needed by. It doesn't give. I guess they're full color. Because it doesn't give. Let's see.
Yeah, and I haven't done patches in a while, so maybe there's a new technique.
I know that for example, there's a place near us that does really good low quantity textiles, and they have a new machine, and they're like it's the easiest thing in the world. You just it's a digital file. The file makes it, and you usually have to go through one or two. You'll have a couple wasted ones because you have to get. There's a couple parameters you have to set and do a test, and he's like, once you nail it, it just spits them out. It's just it blows through them. And I'll say that the quality of patches has gone up so much because we have these patches on the place I work. We got these patch hats. The Mutt is actually probably wearing one right now.
Yes, I am.
And it's really neat. The quality is very high and it's very what's the word I'm looking for? Detailed in this little teeny little teeny area.
Yeah.
I think it'll be fine.
Okay, so we can just do full color blast and just.
I guess it's gonna be full color.
Yeah, well, definitely. Let me know.
Obviously, it doesn't say. It says embroidered or custom embroidered patches from logo tags. One-stop shop for custom patches, factory direct prices. Patches are produced from the highest quality materials, made to order. Embroidered patches are great for using uniforms, jackets, hats, rockers, or any other us. Or any other us. All patches have low factory direct prices and come standard with amazing logo tags customer service. Don't forget free setup on all patch orders.
Yeah, baby. That's usually $75.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I like. That's why I needed to find this place again. They're a division of Ball Chain Manufacturing Company Incorporated. There's something that I always thought this would be really cool to do, and they're kind of expensive, but I just thought it would be so neat, and it would fit maybe on the next campaign because it would fit with the whole HIRO theme. But Do you know what a challenge coin is?
Is that where it's like almost like a medal?
So it's a coin, it's a metal coin, and they're pretty thick and heavy, but it's a military thing.
Okay.
And so what it is, uh, hold on, let me see. Like I don't know the exact like so basically here's what it is. Um, like every military, like every outfit or division kind of gets these a coin for their division.
Hmm.
And it's like kind of like a tradition built on camaraderie. And basically, what they do is challenge coins are usually an inch and a half, 2 inches in diameter. They have a bunch of sizes and shapes and stuff like that. Some of them are unusual. And what they do is you carry this challenge coin in your pocket. And let's see, I'm trying to find a good story about what it says. So, stories say the challenge coin began in Germany after World War II. Americans stationed there took up the local tradition of conducting um, finning checks. The finning was the lowest denomination of coin in Germany, and if you didn't have one when the check was called, you were stuck buying the beers for everybody. And this
Oh.
evolved from a finning to a unit's medallion, where the members would challenge each other by slamming the medallion down in the bar. And if any member present didn't have his medallion, he'd have to buy a drink for the challenger and for anyone else that had their coin. If all other
Oh.
members had their medallions, the challenger had to buy everyone drinks.
Okay.
And so it's kind of gone like it's grown from that. And I just think they're so neat. And I've gotten a number of them. I've actually been given two or three by military, and it's really like it's a big honor to have one given to you by somebody
Okay.
that is in the service.
Yeah.
Um, and I have a few of them that I've been given, and it's really cool. And they're absolutely beautiful. But anyway, this place does. I said all that to say this place does challenge coins, and
Yeah.
I would love to do one. I thought that would be so cool, but they're kind of they're not cheap.
What is it? What's the price?
All right, let me see here. I guess they're not really that bad. So, 100 to 150. Let's say we did. I'm just gonna go middle of the road. Uh, inch and 3/4 in diameter, 3 millimeters thickness is 350 a piece.
$3.50 a piece. The
Which is
patches are like $1 a piece.
yeah, yeah. No, I know. So it is. They're
More
definitely
expensive.
more expensive. They're just really cool, and it says no setup fees too. Once again, but maybe in a future campaign that might be something. The other thing is they're heavy, because they're metal. But
I would like to get them for the OBs.
that'd be cool to do for OBs for sure.
Is there a minimum quantity?
100 to 150 is their
So you got to
minimum.
get at least
At
100.
least 100, yeah.
Well, we could do that. I mean, would that be 350? You said 350 a piece.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, 350 a piece. I don't know. Does this? I don't think this has shipping on it, but
Yeah, it'll be some for shipping because I'm sure that's
yeah.
heavy.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. But 150 at 350 a piece. Now you can go if you went an inch and a quarter, 3 millimeter thickness. They're $3.10, but that's
Yeah,
40 cents more, and you get a nice big coin. Um,
it
and
is. It is a really cool idea.
they're beautiful. Like, have you looked at them? They're so cool looking.
No, share your screen and show me.
All right, hold on. Let's see. Screen up here. Right. Like, let's see. I want to see some more. All right. Let's see. No, let's just look at images. So, like, these are all military, and there's like probably thousands of different ones. So you can go basic ones like this. I'm screen sharing, right? Yeah, I am.
Oh, yeah. Let me put it on you. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Mm. All right. Yeah. Go ahead.
So like you can go basic like this Marine Corps one.
Oh,
Real,
yeah,
that one's basic.
Cool.
But like you can go super detailed like that thing.
Whoa.
Like, look at that.
Yeah. Look
like
at that.
Those are crazy detailed ones.
Oh man.
And they're super neat, but like a lot of them kind of look like, more like this. It's more like an actual coin. Like there's the President's Challenge coin. And any sort of military outfit has a challenge coin, like Staff Sergeant coin. They're really neat, and they can be literally anything. And I guess they just enamel them. But I just thought it'd be super cool to have, like, next campaign maybe the HIRO Core, right?
Oh
You have a
yeah.
custom HIRO Core challenge coin. Imagine being at a con and you pull out your HIRO Core challenge coin and everybody has to buy, or like anybody can have one, has to buy you a drink or something. That'd be freaking awesome.
Yeah. Or like, like if we're at a show and someone came up with their HIRO coin, their HIRO Core coin, and they laid it down, they get something free from us.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's a great idea right there. That's an incredible idea. I love that. But like, look at this one right here.
I love it.
That is clean, and I love it.
So
I love everything about that.
Go to the website you're at and look at what their examples are. Oh, really? 3D.
Like, yeah. I mean, look at those things right here.
Wow, those are cool.
Let's see if they have. I wish they had, like, do they have a gallery maybe? Let's see. I mean, challenge coins is where I'm at, I think, already. Yeah.
I saw somebody in Nasser's chat talking about coins. Is this what they're talking about?
Yeah, this is what they're talking about. This is exactly what they're talking about. Right now, it is 20% off all custom brass challenge coins.
Wow, man.
20% off. That's actually.
You're getting the pricing that you're seeing on there, but they might want to sell it to you. I mean, you can definitely contact them up and just be like,
yeah.
Yeah,
I can't do it for that.
Yeah, what kind of deal can you cut me?
Let's see. Express challenge coin. Need a coin fast? I don't need it that fast. As low as 250.
Okay, that's a big coin too. It's an inch. It's an inch and 3/4 in diameter.
That's pretty. Like, I mean, I think it's something we should think about next time. Like, look at this. You can go real custom. Like, look at that.
I want everybody who grabbed one of those OB packages, to get one of these.
Wouldn't that be cool? Send one of those.
Just as like we could announce it or talk about it, but I mean, even if we didn't, just be like, hey, guess what? You get it. This coin designates you as an OB. Yeah,
it would be really neat to just have it. I'm gonna stop sharing because I'm not as exciting as you. It would be just really neat to not say anything, and it just shows up, and there's a challenge coin in there too. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
We need to see how much money we have when we're done.
Yeah, I mean, because maybe maybe we got it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm definitely willing to put in a little bit of extra.
Yeah.
Out of the kitty, for some cool swag.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's something we can do. We'll definitely look at it. Well, so we got another backer today. Things are going pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Before we because I got to bounce in just a second here, but I wanted to just kind of like talk about the campaign real quick.
Yeah.
Before we end up. So yeah, what I'm doing right now is I'm just trying to. Hold on a second. Sorry. What I'm doing right now is I'm just trying to get our patch created so that I can put the artwork right here and everybody can see, what it's going to look like. I've got the sticker design pretty well done, but I wanted to get the dimensions figured out and have the real sticker that's going to be here. And then the signed poster, we've designated the artwork from the last campaign as the signed poster. So it's going to be a big, nice piece of art, really great colors, professional colors.
That's that Crouppen one, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. It's going to be.
That's such a sweet poster.
I love it. I think it's
so
going to
cool.
be a great.
And
poster.
the colors are good. The colorist that did that was like he really did a great job.
Oh yeah, that was Zarate. Andrew
yeah.
Zarate, and
yeah, he did fantastic.
Yeah, that guy wasn't cheap, and he was.
He wasn't cheap, and it doesn't look cheap. That's for sure.
That's right. But so that'll be the poster for that set, and I'm working on the patch for that set, and then we will have an original backer set as well, which will be designated in a different way.
Yep.
And the poster will be different artwork.
Yep.
So we'll get that put together and get that all sent out so everybody can see it and know what they're getting. So yeah, so we've got 80 backers as of today. We're doing good. We got 83% funded. We're rocking and rolling. Pretty soon that thing's going to be funded, and we're going to be moving on to stretch goals. So that's where we're at, and we're going to keep working on the book. What's cool about this process, and I think the secret sauce, so to speak, for making comics, crowdfunding, is that you work on the comics and create the thing in front of people.
Yeah, that's right.
So, we'll live stream and we'll show our process. Right now we're talking about swag because that's what we kind of need to get on the campaign and show.
Yep.
And then we'll move on to, more and more content and pages and completed colors and all kinds of fun stuff. So,
and I do have an email full of pages that are done pages.
Yeah.
You actually sent them to me today that I've been looking at. And
yeah,
so we got content done, but it's exciting to also get it. This is like the dessert you're making right now. This extra stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So it's going to be fun just to kind of watch everything come to life and then kind of show more and more, so that's what we're going to be all about.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I'm excited. It's going good. Hopefully we'll have some more backers to be jumping in soon.
Yeah.
And we will. But yeah, I love getting those. I love getting those Indiegogo emails. Just waiting.
Yeah, but you guys don't know how awesome it makes us feel. It's just so
every
good.
time I check my mail and I see a little because I don't get a lot of mail to the account that those go to.
Yeah.
So when I see it pops up and there's like one email, I'm like, ooh, I know what that is, and I'll click and it'll be like, PayPal, you need to pay your PayPal credit, and I'm like, no, it's the opposite of what I want.
Right. Yeah, man. Well, moving right along, and tomorrow's payday. So if anybody's watching and you would like to support us, we would love to have your support. We are making the best comic book that we can possibly make, putting all of our love and passion into it. And yeah, you guys jump in. The water is fun.
Right. So I'll probably do it tomorrow. Honestly, the contest, I'll probably officially drop it tomorrow because it's 11 right now.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, absolutely.
I think it'd be better sometime in the morning. I'll put it out and tweet it and then retweet it and then retweet it again.
Yeah.
So if anybody's watching, be on the lookout for that. Should be good.
All right. Well, we'll talk to you guys real soon. Peace and God bless.
Yeah.